Quick, graph y equals the greatest integer of the quantity 1/2 times x by hand 2 different ways. It is highly recommended that you watch the video how to graph y equals f of the quantity k times x before watching this video. You will need graph paper or download this PDF and print it, and press pause as needed anytime during the video. The first way is with what we call the step dance. Normally we start at the origin, and the coefficient of x, which is 1/2, inside the brackets does not affect this point. As you can see, when x equals 0, 1/2 times 0 is 0. The greatest integer is 0. Also recall that the coefficient k equals 1/2 is inversely proportional to the horizontal dilation factor. That is, multiply each x value by the reciprocal of 1/2, which is 2. Also, the width of each step is going to be multiplied by 2 as well. There's our first step. Recall that the left endpoint is closed while the right endpoint is open. Normally the next step would begin at 1, 1, but for ours it's going to be right 2 up 1 because we're going to multiply each x by 2, so 2 times 1 is 2. The y-coordinate remains unchanged. So we'll plot that point and then make a step 2 units long. Next step at 2, 2, but ours is going to be at 4, 2. And I think we have enough steps to see the pattern here, so let's put in a few more steps using that pattern. Comparing this to the parent function y equals greatest integer of x, we can see that this is a horizontal stretch. And we should also point out that the greatest integer of 1/2 x is not equal to 1/2 times the greatest integer of x. This second one would have steps of 1/2, and the width of the steps would still just be 1. Second way, using a table. So we want to plot just the left endpoints. So these are the 5 left endpoints that we'll start with. Since k equals 1/2 inside the brackets, the horizontal dilation factor is its reciprocal, which is 2. We keep the y-coordinates the same, but multiply each x-coordinate by the reciprocal of k, which is 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4, 2 is where our left endpoint is going to be, and the step is 2 units wide. 1 times 2 is 2. 2, 1 will be our next step. Go ahead and finish the table, finish the steps, press pause, and then resume when you're ready. The origin is left unchanged. 2 times -1 is -2. And 2 times -2 is -4, so -4, -2. Finish a few more steps to get the pattern there. It does go on infinitely in both directions. And comparing it to the parent function, we can see this is a horizontal stretch. Also, we'll point out that the greatest integer of 1/2 x is not the same as 1/2 times the greatest integer of x. Now you try one. Graph y equals the greatest integer of the quantity of 1/3 times x. Use either method or both if you need the practice. Press pause to do this and then resume when you're finished to check. And here's our answer, a horizontal stretch.